Hey, cosa Candri. Just setting up the stream. I thought I've got a bit of time before the match starts, so just setting up the stream. I thought I'd. Let's get this aligned better. There we go. PTE, let's have a look. Oh dear. 27 cents. Not doing anything. Not doing anything at all. Clarity. Oh. There you go. Right, let's have a look at what's moving up. Ah, lost money on this one. Let's see if I can get it back. Hour. Right. Figured there was not a lot moving earlier as the market opened, so figured let's see what transpires. There we go. That's spot on, I think. Stab. Are you actually in any of these? You really ought to. That's 35 cents. I mean, come on. You know I don't trade anything less than $3. And you sat there asking me to do this, and you're not even giving me a like yet. I mean, come on, at least tap the screen 10 times. Do me a favour. Yes, that's the dog snoring, Greavesy. I've not even got a single like. I'm actually doing your bidding and everything. Yeah, she was conspicuous by her absence earlier. Let's see if I can't panel content. There we go. Stream is all up and running. Okay, let's see what we can do in this late session. I'm not usually online this late, but why not? May as well give it a try. I don't think many people are alive. More info on Stab. Okay. Stab Biopharma. Q4 earnings. Here you go. Q4 earnings confirmed 13 days from now. If we go, is there any news? Coaptis Therapeutics intends to acquire Statera. Okay. Coaptis Therapeutics intends to acquire Statera's TLR5 antagonist platform, whatever that means. So some other therapeutics company is going to buy Statera's platform. And trading higher, the company announced an agreement to sell a platform. So that's what it is. Key data. It's 41 million share float. Very small, short interest. Yeah. So apart from that, Q4 earnings confirmed for a fortnight's time. Nothing moving with it. I mean, look at it. You've got the 1 minute. I'll put it on the 5 minute for you. Zoom out. It popped up there at the open, sold off, and it's just consolidating sideways now. We've got a 2-cent range. Got a 2-cent range over the last 3 hours. Not really anything to trade there with Stab. Is that enough for you? You reckon you okay? So do I reckon I could make more scalping indices? No, I tried that when I first started out, and the answer is no. Think about it. The indices are a derivative. They are made up of the individual instruments that may move. And for example, on Monday we had one on the Nasdaq called Veru that moved 240%. You know how much the Nasdaq moved? 0.5%. We had one yesterday, if I remember rightly, that moved 350%. And do you know how much the Nasdaq moved? 2%. So no, you can't make more scalping the indexes. Make more scalping the actual instruments that make up the indices. No, but it's a very valid point. The reason why a lot of people scalp the index, and there are some people that make money scalping the index. I don't do it because, A, you have to take huge leverage. So you're looking at 20, 25 times leverage. So Stab's not doing anything. It's actually coming down, if anything. So it's not doing, it's just trading sideways. No, but the index is, because some people like to trade the index. What you were better off doing with the index is more swing trading rather than scalping. If you get a move at the open, at the first hour of the market, you can scalp the index if it's exhibiting a particular trend. It has to be in a trend. Bouncing or fading off the VWAP, then maybe you can make some money off that. But you're only going to get marginal points. So if you're happy taking kind of $20, $30, $40 at a time, and you have to take reasonable size to do that, then that's fine. But I would much rather get a stock personally. I would much rather get a stock and scalp the stock as a move at the open rather than the index, because you get more likely to get a bigger range, and you'll never get an index going parabolic. There's nothing wrong with scalping the index or trading the indices. It's just not my style. It's just not my bag. And what I would do is long-term investing. I will look for index-linked ETFs. No problem. It's just stick your money into index-linked ETFs long-term. So you make your gains on your day trading, and then you take your gains and put them into, long-term portfolio. So let's have a look at Veru. We lost on this one earlier too. It's on its way up. ATA was good for me earlier. Well, investing in an index-linked ETF is an easier way of taking a portfolio position across multiple large cap stocks. And it's a great way to actually start your investing, long-term investing, when you have a smaller capital. As you get a larger portfolio, you can actually then take it out of the ETF and start actually buying larger cap stocks that'll give you dividends. There are some ETFs that give you dividends as well, but you can actually be more selective on which stocks you want to receive dividends from. So just from a value investing point of view, it's certainly worth considering. ATA. Don't like the look of that sell-off there, because this move wasn't. You can buy through an ISA, but you're limited on how much you can put in, how much you can do it with. If you're trading in an ISA, you're limited at how much you can trade. It's capped. Whereas you're probably better off trading in a SIP. So, or if you're an IRA. So an IRA in the US is the equivalent to a SIP in the UK island. So if you go to, for example, Interactive Brokers will allow you to trade in a SIP, which is a self-invested pension plan. That's my profit and loss on the day. FTP. That's what I've traded already today. So I've got one winner, two losers, and we're small losing position at the moment. So we'll see if we can correct that coming into the close. It's all that's. So this here is Dash Trader, this is Dash Trader, this is Benzinga, and this is my face. This is my face, this is Benzinga, this is Dash Trader, and this is my face. No problem at all. No problem at all. Yeah, but that's it. So you've seen me. I mean, you've been in my lives long enough to see me, the kind of positions that I'm taking when I've got a big account, and I can't do that in an ISA. So I can do that, but what I tend to do with my SIP is there is no cap on the pension. That's the beauty of a SIP, is that you can keep investing in your pension. And as long as you don't withdraw from it, it's tax-free. So the cap on the pension is the cap on the pension. So if you're in this States, we're talking about IRA, trading in a SIP versus trading in an IRA. The cap on the pension is the withdrawal age limit. So you can put as much as you want in it, and as long as you don't withdraw any gains, you're okay. It's tax free. But when you actually do start taking an income from it, of course, that's a different story. But the gains, there's no capital gains if you're trading in a SIP. At least that's my understanding. But I'm not a financial advisor. Not financial advice. Okay. I'm going to take a little... Take a little starter here. Just 1,000 shares. $0.10. So I got in there at 97. I'll put 10 cents. What leverage do I trade with? I'm trading 6 to 1. I get 6x leverage from my broker. Most brokers will give you 4 times leverage. Here she is. Got a nice walk earlier. So most brokers will give you 4 times leverage. So I'm getting 6 with this broker. And what I tend to do at the end of each month, I'll take my profits. I'll leave 30k in the account, and I'll take my profits at the end of the month. Anything above 30k, I'll withdraw. I'll round it up, but I'll withdraw 30k, or I'll leave 30k in the account, and that's what I'll trade with. So we're just in this one now for. I want to get 15 cents on 20 cents. Let's see if we can get 20 cents. 17. Take some profits at 6.17 on this. No problem. How many people we got? Oh, it's a quiet stream. Everybody in the stream, just tap the window 10 times. Let's get over 100 likes, and it might push it out to more people. Which is kind of funny because right now I've got quite a lot of my my following is alive. So I'll push this up to 93. So I'm only giving it 5 cents really now. It's a bit slow this time of day, but I figured there was nothing moving earlier. BLBX, let's have a look at this one. Popped up on the scanners. There's nothing there. Oh well. Well, it's my money, so I don't see any difference between, you know, trading live. I mean, the problem with being a full-time trader is it's a very lonely job. So that's why I started the stream. I started the stream kind of end of January, beginning of February, and it keeps me company. Then a whole bunch of people on the stream, it's kind of found it interesting and saw that I was actually profitable, and they were like, yeah, whoa, I wish I could do that. Well, why don't you? I said, well, I don't know how. Can you teach me? I'm like, okay. Well, I said, I didn't say okay straight away, but eventually I said, okay, I'll and put a course together and recorded all the lectures and stuff, and that's where I am today. So I'm a sellout. I'm a shill. I sell my own trading course. But the difference between myself and a lot of the shenanigans that are on social media, YouTube or whatever, is I show my trades live. And that's the big thing, is that I'm selling, I might be selling a course, but it's on the back of the stream. It's not the other way around. I'm not creating the stream to sell the course. So based on the demand from the stream, I put the course together, and I've got proof from the stream and the recordings and everything else that I am profitable. And the methodologies that I use are profitable. 97. I'll put it at 99. This is a profitable trade now, at least. It doesn't matter if it's only a couple of quid, but at least 20 quid profit. Just moving the stop. No, I didn't. I taught myself. That's the problem, Super Chippy. That's why I lost a lot of money in the first instance. I threw money into the markets thinking that, and again, you were talking about trading the index and scalping the indexes. A lot of the time, I started off doing that on eToro, trying to scalp the index and the Nasdaq and stuff, and it didn't go my way, so I lost money. And then I tried a few different strategies, a few different methodologies. Tried forex for about 3 days. Just realized that that's a mug's game. Well, in my opinion, it's a mug's game. And then when I started to get profitable, it was because I did a lot of reading. I watched a few people, some profitable traders, the likes of John London, Humble Trader, Ross Cameron, a whole bunch of different traders, and then put together a lot of what I'd learned to build my own strategy. And that's really what I teach in the course is, look, this is the principles, this is my strategy, but you really need to get comfortable with yourself. And you know yourself better than everybody else, so you need to build your own strategy and what you're comfortable with. So nothing moving up just yet. We just made a quick 20 quid on that. Well, say a quick 20 quid. It took 5 minutes to make it. 6 minutes to make it. But 20's 20. We're still 400 in the hole today. Let's have a look at TPTX, turning point. No volume. Ooh, this one's got a bit of volume coming in. What's the catalyst here? BioCryst Pharmaceuticals options alerts. Oh, unusual options activity. $11.74, $11. It's way above. So this is a little bit out of date, I think. Right, so looking for the next candle to make a new high, a little bit of a flat top there. That's 58, so we'll go for 59. We got filled on 59 before it actually hits 59. That's a bit weird. It's not even hit 59 and I got filled there. Go figure. That's what happens when you put a limit order out there. You get filled even when it's not there. Yeah. Yeah, I tried Forex, just it wasn't good for me. Doesn't agree with me. Profit is profit, absolutely. Well, actually, Super Chip, you can do that. So trading it every year, twice a year, I think. Well, they did it twice last year. I don't know if it was just last year. They do a World Series of day trading, and I entered last year. And I was profitable. I think I did about $30,000 of profit in 5 days, which was really good. So I was profitable, but I was nowhere near the winner. I'll get out. I'm giving it 10 cents. I bought him. What was my buying price? 12.59, 12.49. Put it at 12.50. Nice round number. No, it pulled back too far for me. No, they give you a there's some good prizes too. That's trading it. The link in my link tree. Right, I could get in here for the bull flag. Have a look. 55. Varies a bit of volume. Looking at here. 25. Just a break. High of day. No, the high of day. It's the 1260. Very did me very well on Monday. Wouldn't be in this position we are today without this on Monday. But we're kind of 600 in the red just now. Well, it's a bigger account, so and that's the difference. Did they sell you a dream there? Did they, Super Chip? Hey, Mr. Boat. What time does the football kick off? So let's have some music while we're trading, shall we? That's better. It makes it a bit interesting. Betfair is not trading, it's gambling. That's the whole point. The majority of people, well, I'll say the majority, a lot of people get into trading with the gambling mindset. So, of course, the gambling companies see them as fair victims. So they target those type of people that think, okay, well, I can gamble legitimately. It's a legitimate form of gambling, and it's not. Trading is not gambling. Not if you do it right, at least. Oh, look, let's put this rail line here. Rail line. And line. Oh, yeah. Pretty sure I didn't push any buttons. That's a bit weird. Just exited me half my position for a loss. I'm not happy with that. Oh well, add back. Well, you know, even the long way round gets you to the destination. Didn't quite get to the 1220 I wanted. Okay. Try again. Didn't get the volume I wanted either, but try again. Yeah, well, and that's the whole thing. Is well, I said it's the whole thing. That's part and parcel of what got me into it. Is trading time for money. I'm still trading time for money, but it's a different. It's completely different. I'm not trading as much time. All my mornings are my own. Go to the gym, walk the dog, do whatever. Go and do my shopping, read the paper, just take my time. To be fair, but I don't normally trade this late in the afternoon. It's this late in the evening. I think we could potentially get back up to 1260s. Yeah. BFRI just made a pop. See where we've got this kind of it looks like an ascending wedge coming up there. We've got a bigger one, but we've actually got a smaller one within the bigger one. So, well, this is just an ascending wedge. Triangle, whichever. Oh, that's back up to the $5 levels. There's some great little rare line. It's probably going to be out me out. SPY's having a good day today. Not as good as the Nasdaq. I mean, that's up 2%. SPY's 1.1. Oh, S&P 500 or whatever. Here we go. We'll get the 1220 this time. 1215. That was the 20 that we wanted. Move the stop up to break even now. Where are we? 12.10. Oh, we can get another 100 bucks out of it. Base hits. We'll get another 100 bucks out of this at least. I'll just move this stop to 12.50. Ah, right, okay. That's good. Like that. See if we can get past this 12.50 mark. Stop at 12.30 here right now. Yeah, absolutely, Snowflake. If I can get green, I'll go and watch the football. We're just shy of 300 down at the minute. Flat top. I love trading the flat top breakouts. You know, this flat top, it tapped at 12.15 so many times. When it broke up, the volume that just came through as it broke up. I love those flat top breakouts. So reliable. Stop it. There you go. Just got stopped out there. So what are we now? 200 bucks in the red. That's okay. We can do this. Let's zoom in a bit so we can actually see what we're actually looking at here. And then next candle to make a new high. So that'll be 44 or 43. That's just typical. Get a really bad fill. Such a bad fill then. Ah, happens. okay. So we're back to where we was. Just gave back all that profit I made on that previous candle, just gave it all back. Go figure. That's because of that terrible fill there. Pull the trigger at 45 and it fills me at 50. Alright, Viru will go down. Absolutely will. It's just a case of when. That's the thing with stocks. They go up, they go down. Viru's the one that's being traded the most right now. Right, even for that trade, I made another 200 bucks. So we're back down to 4. I don't know why I came back for this session because I'm just so the high of day is 1260. Break this, we could go on for have a bit of a run. Oh yeah, pretty sure I got filled there. Ah yeah, great. Uh, extra quid. Right, we'll just air highs now. So we're now looking for 30. We need to break 13. Just doing some risk management principles here with the stops and putting stops in as taking some profit every 10 cents and then putting stops in at break even. So we see this up breaking 13s up with nice. Oh, we stopped that again. Well, stopped out for a profit. So we're $140 behind. So strongly believe this is going to 13 today. 1450s is the high from the other day, 1457. So I think we can get to 13. I got stopped out again. I'm up and down. I'm like a bloody bride's nightie at the moment. Oh, look at it. It takes off and it stopped just after it stopped me out. I'm not going to put a stop on this one. I'm just going to hold it for 13. How come I'm still trading? I came back for the kind of the last couple of hours, last hour or so. There was nothing really working earlier. There was nothing working, so I came back. We're still down on the month. We had that bad day on the 1st of April, which really set us back. We're still about at the moment 20k down. Now let's break 13. I'm not taking profits till 13. Well, 99. Well, I'll take a little bit off there. Go up this time. Let's break 13s. Get to 13. Yeah, we did. We tapped 13. I did say we'd go into 13. Break even on this to him. Just put the stop at break even. Yeah, there we go. Stopped out again. Just as it bounces. That's typical. I'm putting stops too close in. That's my problem. Need to give it a bit longer on the stop, I think. Yeah, 2200 green on Eta. Like to get green on Veru. No reason why I shouldn't have done. I've been trading this since 12.15. And it's now $1 up. I should have been $5 up on this now. I just bought it and held it at 12.15 when I got in. I'd have been $5 up now. Typical. That's why swing trading sometimes is easier. Yes, green on the day. Ride this up. You want to stop me out again? It's not contracts, it's shares. I'm not trading options. It's going to stop me out. There we go. Right. 650 green, 660 green. It's a green day. Took a while, but it's a green day. Let's see where it goes. Watch the second half of the Liverpool game. It's not. Body's flat. day now is 69. I like that number. Like that number. There we go. Hold through this. We're green on the day. Not looking good. Huge red candle too. First time I don't put an actual stop in place, it blows me down. Quite a lot of profit takers up there at the highs. Kicking in the back of my knees today. Right. First red candle in a row on the 5 minute in a while. Since in an hour. Oh, half an hour, sorry. Last 40 minutes. That's the first 5 minute red candle that we've just had forming for the last 40 minutes. Now I want to see a big green candle on the back of that. What size have I got? What position have I got on Veru? Right now, 5,000 shares. Pretty much my max size. Getting a bit of resistance at the $0.50 now. Don't know which indicators you're looking at. RSI, MACD. What they don't take into account is it's on the short sale restrictions list after yesterday's performance. There you go. Balls of steel. To 70. On. I get to 70. Oh, we did get to 17. I missed it. Oh. Not good. We'll try again. Getting a bit of selling pressure here. Resistance at the $0.50. Popping above it, but we're not actually closing above it, and that's the thing. So we're getting quite a bit of resistance at the $0.50 here. Hold. There we go. Okay. You say get out, get out, get out. How about I'm over 1200 up now. So and I've got to stop at 1388. So this will give me 10 cents. My average cost is 1377. I've got 2,500 shares. Average cost at 1378. So it's now over $14. So I can ride this up now. If it pulls back, I'll get stopped out. That's fine. Yeah, corn fakey. A little bit later tonight. I came in and we were about 400 down on the day when I came in. So I want to see this up, kind of 1425s, 1430s. I'll move this stop up to $14 now. Now I've got 50-cent wiggle room. I'm 2,500 shares in now, Super Chip. It does, Jack. That's the problem. I'll have a look at the commissions later, but I'll worry about that later. I'll be fine now because I'm over $1,000 now in profit. So that's the good thing. Locked in a bit more profit. 1,700 to the good now. I think we might have topped out at 1450s. What was the high? 1457 was the previous high on Monday that we got up to. So it pulls back now. I'm not going back in for any more, I don't think. Absolutely, that's that. Well, I'm not even scaling in. I'm just adding and subtracting. So I've got 2,500 shares. I double it up and then half it, and basically that just locks in half of the gains, and moves my average costs up. It's just a way of scaling in and out and locking in the gains. So $14 now is our pretty much break even for this second 2,500. This last 2,500. So I'm happy with 1,700 today, considering where we was earlier. And it helps with my accuracy as well. So that's two green, 2 red, 50-50 accuracy. There we go. Stopped out for break even there. Okay, that'll do me. Right, so let's watch this. Potential flag breakout. 1420. It's just practice, Super Chip. It's just practice. That's all it is. Just practice in a simulator. As you get better, it took me a long time before I became profitable. And sometimes you do want to have good risk management, but sometimes you've got to kind of throw it out the window if you know better than what your risk management's doing. So my risk management today is going to cost me quite a bit on I've probably done about 500, but probably about 25% is going to be commissions, I reckon. But 2,000, just shy of $2,000 up on the day, which a green day, 3 green days in a row. We've got one more day. If we can be green tomorrow, That means we've had our first green week of the month. It'll be our first green week in 3. What time is it? Bear with me one moment. I want to go and see what the score is. Hey, baby. 1-1 at Anfield. So, still 2 goals to the good. Okay, are we done? I think we might be done at 14.50. That was the high on Monday. 14.57 was the high on Monday. We've gone up to 14.50 now. We've got 20 minutes left before the close. So I'm scaling right down now. We'll record a little trade recap later. Absolutely. Well, I enjoy trading. If I'm being completely honest, we've got this little descending triangle here. So this kind of descending triangle. This has got to break downwards. I think we're done for the day now. It'll break downwards. Typically these are very bearish, they do break downwards. Flat bottoms. The higher the time frame, the more reliable though, as you can see. Got 1,000 likes, bloody hell, guys! I've got more likes in this session than I did in the main session this morning. There you go. I was right. Like I say, flat bottoms, flat tops break up, flat bottoms break down. This was a flat top, broke upwards. This is a flat bottom, breaks downwards. You know, the technicals don't lie. The technicals don't lie, guys. If you want to know how I know that, join my course. I'll teach you. No, it's not rocket science. You see these patterns, and that's our edge as humans. That's our edge in the markets against the high frequency traders, against the bots and the hedge funds. Is that we see these geometric patterns on the screen. The robots can't do that. They can't recognize these patterns the same way we do. To be fair, 800 bucks out of VRU today. I should have got more, but I'll be happy with that. That's about a, what was the swing from earlier? Probably about $2,000 swing. Maybe more. I have to double check. Yeah, I'm happy with Veru when I'm looking at it. Yeah, we're $2,000 down at one stage on Veru, and now we're 800 up. So that's a nearly $3,000 swing in our favour. Happy days. That for me is a result, and that for me is time to call it. I've got 20 minutes to the close. I think I'll hold out for the close. I'll keep you guys company till the close, and I'll go and watch the second half. Yeah, I was 2,000 red at one stage. When I started this stream, I was about 1,400 red, I think. I'll have to double check when it finishes. I was about 14. I think it was about 1,400 red when I started this. I was deep in the red on this for sure. Yeah, I was, because it was 400 red overall. So yeah, it was about 1,400 red on Veru. Yeah, so it was about 1,400. That's a 2,000 swing. So the two, we made $3,000 today on the trades that went with us, and we've lost 1,200 on the ones that didn't. So trade selection, absolutely crucial. And now we've got a downwards triangle, which typically breaks upwards. Yeah. Hey, beautiful. You okay? You okay? We could all hear you snoring again. Come out from under the desk. Come out from under the desk. Don't argue with me. Come out from under the desk. I don't want you getting in the way, disturbing any cables. Come on. Move. Annoying. Not. The high of this on the 5 minutes 14:03. So if we get to 14:04, I'll go in with a smaller size. Just to see if it works for us. It break 14. Okay, just for 500. Go 500 shares, just a small size. See if we can get back up to the highs. If we get back up to the highs, I can scale in. Stop at 15 cents. Or 13.90. Not even risking that much now. And that's the way it is. So you better just trade with smaller size and get the risk parameters right, and then you can scale up. The gap and go strategy, Gareth, essentially what you're looking for is stocks that have pre-market or post-market news catalyst that causes them to move higher than the closing price. So then you're looking for them to be trading on higher volume, relative higher volume. So look at what they traded over the last 3 months, and then you're looking at whatever they trade over the last 3 months. You want to be at least twice that, and you want to be at least 15% above, kind of 14-15% or more above the previous day's closing price. The idea here is that you want a momentum stock that's exhibiting a strong trend to the upside. That's where the gap and go comes in. Now, with the gap and go, typically what you'll get is you'll get this pump pre-market into a high, and it'll pull back and consolidate. So what you do is you mark out the pre-market highs, and then you look for the move at the bell, which is where you get the go. So it's gapped up at the bell. You get the move to the upside, and as it breaks that pre-market high, you'll get a surge in volume comes in because everybody's looking at it the same place. So you get that surge in volume, and it pushes up to the upside, and you can usually get a good run at that stage. So that's the gap and go. You always look for the history of the performance. Doesn't matter what strategy you're using. You have to look at the history of the market performance to find key levels of support and resistance. Because if you don't have support and resistance, you've got no clean, safe entry or exit points. So absolutely, you want areas of support and resistance, and that's all based on market history, past performance. Yeah, I've got to be honest. I'm almost as happy today with Veru as I was on Monday. Not quite, but almost. What did we do with it on Monday? Was it? It was a huge amount, wasn't it? We did $6,000 on Monday. Something like that. 6,000 off a $4,000 account on Monday, I think it was. So I'll tell you exactly how much I made on Veru on Monday. Yeah, $6,000 off a $4,000 account. $140% net. Yeah, so it's 4,200 was the starting to position, and just 5,997 was the finishing position. 97. Oh. 87, 5,987. So 140% net up on Monday. How much have I made today? Gross profit and loss, 1,800. I think we're about a little over 1,000 on the net. I'll have to double check that. I've been playing around with my setup, but I'll have to double check that later. So we're about $1,000 up on the net profit because we've been actively trading. We were down $2,000 at one stage, which wasn't great. So to swing from 2,000 down to almost 2,000 up, it's a $4,000 swing. It's great. Average per month? What do you mean average per month? It's hard to trade every day. To be honest, it's all about stock selection and managing risk. But so how much money do I make per month? Well, I'm targeting myself this year on $5,000 a day. So that's about $100,000 a month, based on an average of 20 trading days in a given month. And I'm slightly behind. So coming into April, I was slightly behind. I was 286, I think I was my annual profit on the 1st of April. And I've given some of that back. So hang on a minute, I'll tell you exactly. I've got my numbers here. So right now, this year, I'm trying to get to 7 figures this year. So coming into Coming into April, I was 282,000 profit, and I've given back quite a bit, if I'm honest. So 282 plus or minus the where I am at the moment. So I'm 261 profit on the year so far, which is still good. 3.5 months. King, look, when I was in my last job, I had a €250,000 salary annually, and I was working my tail off like you wouldn't believe. I was flying all over the world. That was one of the advantages of it. But I was working so hard. I was across multiple time zones, and it was just, it took it out of me. So when I actually got laid off, it was a blessing in disguise. Yeah, absolutely FX. We came back and we've got profitable in Power Hour. So we're finishing the day after being 2,000 down. We're finishing almost 2,000 up. So I don't understand what you're asking there, Snaker. I'm not sure if English is not your first language, or you just trying to type on a mobile phone or something, but I don't understand that question. I don't understand that. Yeah, the reason for that, Adam, is simply because the people that got into the market in the late 2020, putting all the stimulus checks into the market, and they weren't working, so they were all at home. They've all gone back to work. They've lost all that money and gone back to work. So they were working at home, or they were laid off, furloughed, or whatever, due to the whole lockdown situation, which is what happened to me. I got laid off, and I took my severance package and put it into the markets and lost most of it, if I'm being honest. But that was my tuition fee. Yes, so for volume, Jack. So average volume. So if you're looking at Benzinga, you can get average volume, which looks at the average daily volume over the last 3 months, and you compare that to the current volume, and you'll get you'll be able to work out what the relative volume is. So your relative volume is you divide your current volume by the average volume, and you want at least a 2x. So that's what you're looking for in terms of relative volume. We just kind of consolidate, but this is good news, because tomorrow we could see another move on Veru, as long as it doesn't sell off like it did yesterday. But we could see another move on Veru. It's now up at the highs from Monday. The all-time high, which was pre-market yesterday, was 1535. But we're already put kind of 1450s. We kind of got rejected at 1450 today. We might see into the close. We might see this move up like it did on Monday. So anyway, that's me done for today, I think. So nice to have your company. I don't normally trade Power Hour, but sometimes it's required. So good to get back green and have another green day. I'll be recording my trade review a little bit later for YouTube, and I'll see if I can do a version for the old tickety talkers. Probably better if I do that on the stories rather than the videos, though, isn't it? So I'll go and watch the second half of the Anfield game. It was 1-1 last time I saw. So thanks for joining, guys. I'm going to leave it there.